What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my humble abode, which I'm trying to spruce up for you guys. You guys see what I'm doing here? Some background stuff? Let's take a look. So this was for being awesome in 2006, Defender of the Year award. This was back in my earthquake days, I don't know what year, winning the Community Service Award. You know how I roll. Andrea Pirlo, this was for being the coolest professional athlete in Kansas City. And then this was like a special thing that Nike gave us ahead of the World Cup in 06, and it has like a commemorative jersey, and I haven't touched it, and some running shoes. I'll have to check that out. And then that's just me being awesome in person. Is that what I look like? I'm not a good picture taker. I feel like I'm handsome, but that doesn't really portray my handsomeness. So this is what I was talking about. You open it up, and there's a commemorative jersey in there. And I think there's some shoes, but the box is a little broken, which kind of bums me out. Jersey, and then like a Don't Tread poster. Look at those. You guys see those? What? Also, I have so much more stuff. So if you guys want me to do an unboxing of everything that I had in storage that I haven't seen in years and tell stories about what I pull out, I mean, I would maybe be I don't know. Now that I said that out loud, sounds kind of lame. But if you wanted to, I guess I would consider it. Anyway, let's get to this. It's the very curious news from around the globe with the amazing Conrad. Very curious news item number 1. Alvaro Morata is finally free of Real Madrid, but he's gone to Chelsea, which is in England, which is the country where Spanish players go to be subpar. And Diego Costa doesn't count because he's actually Brazilian, and neither does Fernando Torres when he wore red, or Xabi Alonso when he wore red 2, and Cesc Fabregas when he wore red 3, and probably the 2 Davids, De Gea and Silva, and Juan Mata maybe. Okay, fine. I guess I was just thinking about Roberto Soldado, and only Roberto Soldado. Oh, no, I guess Fernando Torres when he wore blue, and maybe Pedro's first season with Chelsea because he wasn't that great. But whatever. The point is, even though Morata had success at Madrid, winning trophies as a super sub and part-time starter, he was never the guy up top that the attack was built around. And even though he played for Chelsea manager Antonio Conte when both of them were at Juventus, so he should, in theory, adapt very quickly to his new but old manager's directions, he wasn't the focal point with Juve either, so it's no guarantee that he's the right guy for the job with the Blues, assuming Diego Costa leaves, and I think he's got to leave at this point, or if this league is the league where he is going to shine. But the guy can score goals. He had 15 of them in La Liga in only 1,300 minutes, which was good enough for second highest in the Madrid team, plus 3 more in the Champions League, and he knows that he needs regular first team minutes to be considered for the World Cup with Spain next summer, so he's going to have that vital now or never hunger and desire to prove that he should be in the squad, even though he'll be competing with Diego Costa on the Spanish national team for minutes. So things could get awkward between those two. Do we know if they have a good relationship? I'm not sure why I turned around to talk to my poster. I don't know that he would know.
I have all the answers.
Anyway, I don't know if Morata was worth 80 million euro. But Chelsea will be getting a very versatile striker in attack, as Conte knows very, very well. And in addition to being a fine striker, his hold-up play is brilliant. He's got nice pace, he can beat a man if he needs to, and he reads the game well, which is why he got a handful of goals from the bench last season in the first place. And he can play between the lines too in a 2-man attack, but in Chelsea's 3-4-3 formation, he's going to be required to play as a lone man up top, and there will be pressure. Enormous pressure, if only to live up to the fee that they paid for him. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but Chelsea start the season facing Arsenal in the Community Shield. You probably knew that. Then they have Burnley at home, Spurs, Everton, Leicester, Arsenal again, Stoke, and Man City, which is a very tough start to the season. They have Champions League to take into consideration as well. So it's going to be really important for Morata to be firing right from the get-go to make sure his morale is high and his confidence is good. Very curious news item number 2. Chicharito is coming back to play in the Premier League, but it's for West Ham. And West Ham is becoming a retirement home for former stars in the Premier League with this signing, and Joe Hart and Pablo Zabaleta coming in. And I know how all of you guys feel about teams or leagues that are considered retirement homes. They suck! And because we're so close-minded, we will never change our mind about it, even if they have players doing good things and it's clear that they are improving. The perception is that they are a retirement home, so they're gonna suck now and they're gonna suck forever. Very curious news item number 3. Getting cozy with Josie. Now, being a striker is hard because, you know, the pressure to always score and everything. everything, but you know what's harder? Playing against a defender that just can't seem to get his hands off you. Just touching you all over the place. That's not weird at all. In the quarterfinals of the Gold Cup, El Salvador's Henry Romero just couldn't get enough of Josie Altidore and turned to biting him and hitting him with his go-to move, the nipple twister. That actually kind of hurts. I think it's because I have a lot of hair in that area. But anyway, Henry Romero's excuse, well, he just said he had to look for creative ways to stop Josie. But we've all seen Josie. He's a good-looking man, and that excuse won't cut at Romero. Also, according to Josie, his girlfriend is pretty pissed at him, which Josie explained by saying, she's mad at me. She's mad at Romero because she's like, only I can bite you. Only I can grab your nipples. So, two things on this. First off, Romero, come on, dude. Just try and outplay Josie. No need to resort to violence. Nipple on nipple violence. And second, is Josie's girl implying that Josie likes his nipple grabbed? Or nipples? Because that doesn't seem all that romantic. But hey, whatever floats your boat. Very curious news, Adam. Number 4. I got nothing. Well, besides the actual performance of the US men's national team, but I'm going to talk about them more tomorrow in previews and predictions ahead of the Gold Cup semifinals and Mexico and Costa Rica and whoever wins the Canada-Jamaica game. And also, thank you to everyone that wrote an email to become an intern for me and the team. We filled those positions, but that doesn't mean we don't want to work with you in the future, especially as this thing keeps growing and growing. So thank you for your support. That's first and foremost, and I truly hope we can work together in the future. So I'll see you tomorrow. Later.